One of the things that I am realizing that I have to do is to speak for myself, on myself, like not talk about you, but the lessons and lesson that I learn, process it for me. I am the one going through it, and I know myself, and I have to process it for me because I'm the one experiencing the thing. And the things that are happening around me, like they say, I attract it. So there is something in it for me to learn. So I'm not speaking about you, I'm speaking about me, for me, my experience, what I'm going through, what I can learn from it. Hopefully I figure it out. So there's a video I posted before explaining about my background. And my first job in this place in Bermuda was at a dental office where for the first time I felt a lot less than, and I haven't felt like that in a while when it comes to my profession. And before I got to that job, I actually prayed that my next job, I prayed that my next job I learned to be humble so that I could grow and learn more. And I wasn't expecting that was how I would humble myself. In this job, I faced racism and I wasn't able to call it out. I've gone to school in the US, I've lived and worked in Connecticut where the majority is white. The majority of the population is white or Caucasian. I'm in Bermuda and it's like 50-50. My employer at the time, he was Caucasian. The point of the whole story for me is that I experienced patients not wanting to see me because of how I look and how I sound. So it wasn't just a race thing, it was a classist thing, and it was a nationality thing. And our office manager brought in someone to speak to us about biases, and I thought that was so interesting when she explained to us that we all have biases. And it's true, because on the lunch table I would have a bias to go and sit with the girls that look like me, to sit with them and have lunch, and that's because I feel like they would understand me more. And still I was a minority there because I was the foreigner, the expat that they brought in to work in their country. So there was a lot of differences that I was experiencing. And thank you. The lesson for me, what it's showing me is to see how my differences can make me or break me, and I'm the one to decide which one it is. It taught me that I need to be more aware of who I am, so that I don't allow the way other people see me and separate me from them to affect me. And as much as I'm somebody that's a loner and I don't mind being alone, the one thing I fear is to be exiled or rejected. So even though I used to express being alone is okay and being alone is okay, it was still hurtful to be rejected. And then for me, the other lesson was to learn and to realize the ways that I reject myself. How I reject myself, because I don't like hearing myself speak. I don't like standing out. I don't like being seen. I don't like wrong attention. I stay away from anything where it will bring the wrong kind of attention to me. I try to make myself small, make myself unseen in certain ways. And even hearing myself speak, it disturbs me. So it was necessary for me to learn that about myself. The way I did not like my differences from other people, and how important it is for me to realize my difference, how I'm different, and how unique and powerful that is, in that when I am different, it gives me a different perspective on things, and that's important. It gives me a different experience, and that's important, because if I am me and everybody's themselves, and we are connected, and we are an expression of what God is and universe is and life is, then the most beautiful thing for life and God and universe is to experience all of that variety. So if I told myself, like, if God or life or universe was this one thing, and that's all it knew was that thing, and it was always that, it would have been bored, and it wouldn't grow, and it wouldn't be humble, and it wouldn't have knowledge, and it wouldn't remember what it was. I tell myself it would have to split itself, or send expressions of itself, experience different expressions of itself, for it to always learn and be humble and to grow. That's what I tell myself. How much I believe it? Enough in the moment. And then I have to keep reminding myself, and I'm reminded in different ways. But I'm learning to take the experiences that I've had that has been hurtful, and turn them into something, and see them a different way, and voice it, because the pain that I keep inside, that I'm not releasing, what I tell myself about myself when I experience the thing, two, can affect me a lot more than it needs to. It's just another passing cloud. It's an experience. At the end of the day, I am left with the damage when I do that to myself. When I take in the hurt and I take in the pain, I don't express it. I am the one that's left with it, that have to live with it, because the cloud passed already, the experience passed, the moment passed, the person passed already. I can't hold on to the cloud. So I have to express it. I have to learn from it. I have to process it for myself, and I have to release it. I have to voice it. I have to voice it. And it is, again, challenging and embarrassing for me to do it. It'll take a while for me to get used to me doing this, but I want to continue doing it. As simple as this, just holding my phone and talking after work, because I always tell myself I do have time. So I got off the bus and walked I didn't go to my bus stop. I stopped at the bus stop before mine, that is closer to the trail that they have along this side of Bermuda. So I went into the trail. I walked just a few feet in, and then got a place to sit down in the shade, because the UV index is like today. And I found a little corner that, I can express myself. I didn't want to go home to do it, because then I'll get comfortable and I go lie down, and it's not good for me. And I realize every time I'm being called to do this thing, I run away and I find something else to do and I go and sleep and I wake up the next day and I feel bad for not having done it. So I'm going to do it. Straight from work, at least it's something, nice to come to look forward to at the end of the day. To come and sit at the water today. And I love Bermuda for this. And I'm not Bermudan, just reminding people, I'm not Bermudan, I'm a St. Lucian in Bermuda. I love the way sometimes Bermuda's water stays so freaking still. It is so still. I'm right by the water right now and you can hardly hear it. And Bermuda's water is clear, crystal clear. It's so beautiful. Every island has its thing, but Bermuda's water, mama. I used to be afraid. I just giving a side thing. So I am afraid of deep water. I can swim, but I won't go in the water if I cannot see the bottom. Because when I was a child, I saw Jaws, the movie Jaws. And those who know. All I could imagine is I in water that I can't see the bottom and just come up and swallow me whole. Father Lord. So I prayed that I will get a place where I can see the bottom. And Bermuda, you could see the bottom of the water. Most places you go around the island, you can see, because it's so freaking clear. It's so clear. There's a beach called Shelly Bay Beach, and the water is so shallow, going like a good distance. Like I will walk and the water will still reach me at my thigh. So I give thanks for that experience. I don't want to focus on too much of the bad things that's happened to me here, but I honestly give thanks for that. Yeah, boy. So yeah, I'm going to share more of my experiences as they come, more of my processes, and this is my new way of journaling. I still write in the morning, but after work, on certain days, I'll be coming to the water and processing and releasing and voicing, and yeah, practice. I love it.